There. There we go. Three, two, and one. Well, Mayor Wiza, welcome back. Welcome back to Mayor's Monday at WSAU, WSAU.com as well. Uh, how in the holiday spirit are you down there? I mean, we've November 1st, we've hit the threshold. Are the Christmas tinsel, the holiday trees, the elves, are all those allowed on your desk now at City
Well,
Hall in the
so the
office?
zoning ordinance still prohibits elves and tinsel, and we restrict those to the R2, R3 zoning districts.
Okay.
Christmas holiday spirit is only allowed with a special event permit. Of course, that
Okay.
costs money. We don't do these things for free.
Hmm.
Really, we're trying to regulate the holidays as much as we can to make sure that everybody has an equal share of whatever holiday or day or month or whatever they happen to be
Hmm.
wanting to recognize for that period. So we're creating a list and putting in through ordinance that Christmas will only happen with express written permission from my office.
Okay.
I managed to get through that whole thing with a straight face, didn't
You
I?
really did.
I'm,
You
I'm a
really did
little,
well. Well, I mean, once you got into R2 zoning, I thought for sure he's going to break.
yeah, no,
But,
and I'm still a little fuzzy from this daylight savings, not daylight savings. Where are
oh,
we
man.
saving it? Where
Yeah.
where's our daylight savings account that I
Yeah.
can see the deposits and the withdrawals from
Exactly.
daylight savings?
Exactly. Yeah. You
Halloween's
pick one
over.
and stick with it. Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, we've gotten through Halloween. We're into the, the Christmas and
yeah.
holiday season, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah,
So
Thanksgiving, all that's coming up. You do have the tree picked out though
we
for
we
downtown, right?
do.
Yeah.
It's kind of a secret. I can't believe you called me out in a public venue like this. But yeah, Luke Cronstedt, who is the street superintendent that helps me each year, we picked out what I consider a very spectacular holiday tree. The Christmas tree will be installed sometime before November 20th. November 20th, as you know, the downtown businesses, the business
Hmm.
improvement district down there is putting on the holiday parade. They call it a holiday parade because it's actually before Thanksgiving, but it really is representative of any holiday that you choose to recognize, right? The
Hmm.
goal is to get together, have a little fun, get the kids some candy, maybe a little bit of candy for the mayor, see the magical lighting of downtown and the Christmas tree, getting ready for all of the cool things that happen over the next 2 months.
Hmm.
I get people that complain about it. Oh, why do you call it a holiday parade? Doesn't matter what they call it. They get called it Greg. I don't care. It's a reason to get together, have fun, and remember that we're all not enemies here, right? We can get together
Exactly.
and still enjoy things. But that's
Exactly.
happening November 20th. And I got to tell you, Michael, last year I was probably spoken poorly of under their breath by the city staff. They informed me afterwards that I may not choose a tree that is taller than last year. We have reached our limit on what our crews and our equipment can handle as far as the Christmas tree height.
Okay.
So this year it's going to be slightly smaller than it was last year, but it is such a big base. The branches come out. I jokingly I took a picture of me next to the chosen tree and sent
Hmm.
it to a few department heads and my wife. And believe it or not, I look small next to the tree. So I'm
Really?
really looking forward to it. I hope we can transport it. Of course, without the help of Bushman Electric and Crane, we wouldn't be able to get it downtown as nearly as easily. But that's going to be installed. I will make sure and do some live pictures when they're transporting it and getting it installed downtown. It'll all be ready as it culminates at 6 p.m. on November 20th when I don my top hat and overcoat and use my magic wand to light up the downtown for the holidays. This year it's going to be a little extra. We've extended the downtown to the riverfront so that it doesn't end with the tree. It actually continues across Water Street. We're going to have lights down all the way to the river. They're going to be starting to put up those holiday decorations. It really transforms the entire community. And my good friend Kenny Rozek, who is the heart and soul behind all of our decorations, is back to work and he's ready to roll. I swear
Hmm.
every year this guy would come back and do it for free, even if he retired. He
Right.
just gets into it so much. Lots of other things going on.
Mhm.
Shop Small, which is kind of the small business answer to Black Friday.
Indeed.
Uh,
Yes.
instead of, go ahead.
I was going to say, yeah, and that's the next thing we're going to bring up because I know this is something that Stevens Point does you take very seriously every year, not only with some sort of promotion, but you also like to waive bus fares for
Yeah.
people to get downtown on Fridays as well to try and encourage as much downtown small business shopping as possible.
And that's true, right? Ideally, we want to support our local businesses, and that's important for a variety of reasons. But it's important that all days of the year we try and stay as local as we can. These are the people that sponsor your baseball teams and give to your donations, that charities or things that you have going on predominantly. It has the biggest impact by keeping those dollars local. So we've worked for several years with the downtown businesses to promote Shop Small Week, as an answer to Black Friday, and that we highlight different stores through small video segments, or games. They have a game where if you get a passport, it's like a passport. Probably getting the words wrong, and you get them stamped at all of the businesses
Mhm.
that are participating. You put them in, and names get drawn for prizes and baskets that the businesses have donated. I swear, doing those videos, I get most of my Christmas shopping done. Because you go into a store and you want to shoot the little video, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's really cool. I would like that, or so and so would like that. So I wound up getting most of the shopping done during that time. But it's especially important that we support those local businesses because they're the ones that are going to be most impactful. And that's extra important because, as you know, after the winter season in Wisconsin, we have orange barrel season
Road
and
construction. Yes.
road construction, right? The second season in Wisconsin. But next year is going to be a little more impactful because we're doing Business 51. The
Hmm.
north end and south end of Business 51 will be disrupted next year through rebuild processes. They are going from the 4 lanes that they have now to 2 lanes, one in each direction, and a turn lane in the middle, with some other modifications. So that's going to disrupt traffic on the northern section of Division Street and southern section, basically from Michigan Avenue south to McDill Pond. We're going to keep it open as much as possible. We'll work on one side of the road and then maybe the other to try and keep that as accessible as possible. But it will be affecting those businesses. So if you really want to make those Christmas gifts have the most impact, visit some of those stores that are going to be affected by next year's construction, and maybe buy gift cards for your family and friends so they can carry through that construction season without too much impact.
And that's a great point that you bring up because obviously the Business 51 project is something that's been on the city's radar for, uh, I've been
Decades.
here for 7 years now,
Yeah.
and I feel like we've been talking about it for 7 years in
You know,
these monthly
it's
chats.
funny,
Mayor
Michael.
Wiza. Yeah.
We've probably been talking about it longer than that
Yeah.
because Mayor Halverson was working on it, and that money actually got diverted at one point to the Hoover overpass. We had an
Hmm.
earmark from the federal government, but it's funny because I get complaints frequently about, oh my God, the roads are in terrible condition. I've never seen worse roads. There's potholes everywhere and cracks, and why don't you do something about it? And then on the other side of the coin, oh my God, there's so much construction. There's orange barrels everywhere. Why are you doing so much road work? You can't win, Michael. We're going to fix the roads. We're going to try and make them as drivable and safe as possible.
Right.
And that's just what we do.
Now, what and this is again good that you bring this up because we can get the information out there as soon as possible. What do you
Sure.
want the public to know right now about how this project is going to impact things? I mean, for people like myself who come to Stevens Point from the north, I mean, is the Division Street exit even going to be open, or
It
will we
will.
need to exit a little further south to get into Point and get all of our shopping done?
Sure, that's a really good question. So we will have some posted detours from some of the other exits and some of the other areas. We're going to try and keep things open as much as possible to traffic, but there will still be diversions, lane changes maybe, and road closures. The traffic circle or roundabout up at the north side of town, that was just rebuilt. So that will still be open. Like when you come into City Hall, you will probably take the roundabout, and then either take North Point east or west to Michigan Avenue South or Second Street South to
Sure.
get downtown, or go south. You won't be able to use Division as easily. And then the same thing would happen, like if you're coming in off of Highway 66, you take that exit. As you get to Stanley Street, it will divert you north or south, because that Fourth Avenue intersection is going to be tore up at some point. It won't all be closed for the whole season. It will be done in sections. And again, we'll try and keep things open as much as possible, but check the city website, stevenspoint.com, and follow the signage that will be temporarily in place to redirect you to different businesses or different streets as you navigate those construction zones. Same
So
as always.
when is work gonna start at this point?
That's not something I can answer right now because we're
Okay,
not done with the final design. It's anticipated that the final design will be done before the end of the year.
sure.
We should have bidding complete by the end of February. And then as soon as Mother Nature and Wisconsin allow people to get to work,
Hmm.
meaning the weather is permitting, the frost is out of the ground, those sorts of things. As soon as they can, they will. So it's Wisconsin. It might be March 1st. It might be June 30th.
Indeed, yeah. It depends how long false spring lasts.
Right.
Once we get to that point, and then we get to real spring, we get to whichever made up season comes after that. I forget now from
Yeah.
all my years in Minnesota. But yes, that is real. I mean, the timeline is going to have to be flexible, and I know this is probably going to be. So the first phase, there's going to be probably a project again in 2027. Is that correct?
It's likely that some of the project we're hoping to get it all done in 26. The first,
Mhm.
the north section and then that south section from Michigan south. But yeah, we still have the section north of Michigan up to Fourth Avenue that needs to be done. Those will be done over the course of the next couple of years.
Mhm. Indeed. Well, you know what, Mayor Weasel, we always appreciate the time. Always appreciate the good holiday, Christmas, Kwanzaa, Christmaka cheer, Hanukkah. There we go. The
Yeah.
can't forget that last one.
Chris Kwanzaa, something. There was a phrase that incorporated several of
Mhm.
the selected holidays.
Christmaka. It happens to be my personal favorite. If you were a
Yeah.
fan of the show The OC, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Okay. All
Uh,
right.
but we will certainly chat again next month. And who knows, I may even have the brand new Ford WSAU Ford Escape in the holiday parade on the 20th. I may see you there.
Ironically, that you choose an Escape for your work vehicle.
Hmm.
Well, I invite you down for the holiday parade. Maybe you can even swing on down when I do the lighting of the tree or something. And
Oh, yeah.
we'd love to have you here. We'll grab some hot chocolate downtown later and reminisce about the Mayor's Mondays of 2026 or 2025.
The more than 100 of these that Mayor Wiza and I have done. For those of you that keep track at
Wow.
home and keep the score, Mayor Wiza is the only, Stevens Point is the only community where I have dealt with one leader in my time here. Every other community has had multiple leaders.
And much like my wife, you haven't given up on me yet. I appreciate that, Michael.
Actually, absolutely not. We always appreciate the time, Mayor Wiza. We'll look forward to chatting again next month.
All right, we'll see you later.